Hello, this is Dual Credit U.S. History B, discussion 16. There we go. And this is one that I think is very, very, very cool to go through. So, first of all, you're going to watch a little film about the Montgomery bus boycott. It's really small and it just kind of gives you a synopsis of what happened for during the boycott, and it's actually pretty cool. So I think you'll enjoy it. And then here's a picture that I think is cool. Here's a good timeline for the boycott. It starts with the Emancipation Proclamation, and then we've got the 14th Amendment, Plessy versus Ferguson, and then in the very end, the Supreme Court decides that it's not okay um, to have different parts of the buses that are for African Americans and for white people. So, anyway, it starts off with just a textbook analysis. I always get these textbooks and I'm like, did I teach that when I was a teacher? I can't even remember. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Not quite sure. This is a letter from Robinson to the mayor. Joanne Robinson was the president of the Women's Political Council, an organization of African American professional women in Montgomery, founded in 1949. And so this is what she has to say about what her council is asking for. And it's pretty straightforward, and I think that she does an excellent job on that. And then there's Bayard Rustin, an African American civil rights activist, traveled to Montgomery to advise Dr. King and support the bus boycott. Though he was eventually asked to leave Montgomery because leaders feared his reputation as a gay communist would hurt the movement, he kept a diary of what he found. So it's a very interesting diary, and it's very interesting to see what he saw going on. Document D is Highlander School. Virginia Foster Durr was a white woman who supported civil rights for African Americans in Montgomery. Here, Durr writes the director of Highlander Folk School and his wife. Highlander was a center for training civil rights activists and labor organizers. So, this is what she had to say about everything. It's kind of interesting. And then this is the last one. And at this Montgomery Improvement Association, King speaks to the crowd, which of course was, it talks about great applause and, a wonderful experience for all. And we won't back down. We are going on with our movement. And I love what he has to say. I love his, anyway, I love his movement and I love what he had to say about the whole thing. So here are your questions. How does document B, the letter to the mayor, either support or expand the textbook version, or you can even say the movie too? They're kind of the same thing. What does document C suggest were important to the success of the boycott? Most textbooks refer to Rosa Parks as a tired seamstress. What image of Rosa Parks does document D convey? How did King refer to religion in his speech? Good job, Mrs. Rush. Please list at least 4 different instances from document E. And then why do you think that the Montgomery bus boycott was successful? How would you have reacted to this same situation? And it's a very interesting, I don't know, I think it's a very interesting case study in civil rights, and it will definitely serve you well as you go throughout this course. So, anyway, So have a great time, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye.